Hello student, welcome to the VVPS e-learning classes. Children, in the last video I have explained you the half portion of the Battle of Buxar. This is the history second chapter that I am going to explain you. So let us see about the Battle of Buxar, in which I have explained you earlier that the Battle of Buxar this was fought between the Britishers on the one side and on the other side Mir Qasim with their supporters with like Sujaudullah, Shah Alams and the Nawab of Awadh. They all had supported the Mir Qasim, but then also the Britishers they had defeated the Mir Qasim. So let us see here what is given in this book. So here it is said that the English were both surprised and alarmed by the moves of Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim defeated by the English in several encounters and forced to flee to Awadh. It means to say that the English they were both surprised and worried by the moves of the Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim he was defeated by the English in several encounters and was also forced to flee. He was also flee to Awadh. He was run away to the Awadh. So there he formed an alliances with Sujaudullah, the Nawab of Awadh, and Shah Alam II, the Mughal emperor, in order to expel the English from the Bengal. It means to say there whenever the English they had defeated the Mir Qasim, then he was flee to Awadh, and after that when he entered in the Awadh, there he take the support with the Mir Qasim, not Mir Qasim, the Sujaudullah, the Nawab of Awadh, and Shah Alam, and with their supporter he wanted to leave out the Britisher from the Bengal. So the combined armies of these three rulers meet the English force under the Major Munro at Buxar on 23rd October 1764. So this the Battle of Buxar. Children, you underline this one first of all. The Battle of Buxar that was fought on 22nd October 1764. So the Indian army was defeated. Mir Qasim was expelled from Bengal and Mir Jafar was reinstalled as a Nawab of Bengal. It means to say that the Britisher they has again put the Mir Jafar as a Nawab of Bengal. So here it is said that you must don't be confused. In Battle of Plassey, Mir Jafar was the Nawab of Bengal. In Battle of Buxar, the Britisher they had defeated Mir Jafar and they had removed them. They had removed him and made Mir Qasim as a Nawab of Bengal. But in Battle of Buxar, they had again made Mir Jafar as a Nawab of Bengal. So Mir Jafar was reinstalled as a Nawab of Bengal. He promised to pay a rupees 5 lakh to the company every month. So after becoming the Nawab of Bengal, Mir Jafar he had promised to pay the company every month 5 lakh rupees. Now the Battle of Buxar clearly displayed the superior military power of the English. It means to say after winning the Battle of Buxar, the English they were totally powerful. The whole of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa was now at their feet. Means the whole power were under their control of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. The entire territories up till Allahabad now came under their control. Means they had take the whole power, entire territories of the power up till Allahabad. The English geared themselves to check the increasing power of the Marathas. It means to say that the English people they had started preparing themselves to check the increasing power of the Marathas, because at that time the Marathas were also very powerful at that time. In 1765, by a royal verdict of the Mughal emperor, verdict means to say that the judgment in 1765 by a royal judgment of the Mughal emperor, the company became the Nawab of the provinces of Bengal. This means to say that the revenue from India could now finance the company expenses. It means to say that whatever the company means invested in the things like the purchases of cotton, silk, textile, maintenance of the companies is vast troops means to say a large army, and the meeting of the cost of the building, making the fort at Calcutta, the whole charges was given by the Mughal Empire. So here it is said that thus, while on the one hand the entire power and finances came under the control of the company with no responsibility, the Nawab of Bengal had to run the entire administration without any finance. It means to say that in one hand the company has the whole power also, but he has no responsibility, and on the other hand the Nawab of Bengal, he has got all the responsibility of the state. So here it is said that this form the governments was known as the dual system of administration. So this is known as the dual system of administration. This system proved to be fatal for the people of Bengal, as neither the Nawab nor the company care for them. It means to say that this whole dual system was suffered by the people of Bengal, because the people of Bengal, neither the Nawab they took their care, and neither the company they should take the care. So the whole point is that the people of Bengal they had suffered. So here it is said that the outbreak of a famine in Bengal in the year 1770 clearly exposed the abuses of the dual system of administration. In 1770, when there was a famine in Bengal, at that time they had exposed the dual system of administration. Almost 1/3 of the population was wiped out. It means to say that almost 1/3 of the population was clean out, was run out in the famine. The dual system was finally abolished. Abolished means to say it was finally end in 1772. So this is about the Battle of Buxar. So student, if you have any type of doubt in this topic, you can ask me the question. Thank you students.